I need to go back.
Lot of bloody good this keep did us in the end, eh? The killing blow came from one we trusted.
I thought we were going to lose, but not like this.
Do you think we have a chance against all of our enemies?
While there is life, there is hope.
That is profound. It sounds like wisdom from the heavens.
I'm no god.
Oh, I know you too well to think that.
Did your brother know your history with his wife?
No, she didn't take the time to tell him before waltzing off to the altar. Now their children would starve if not for the gold I send their way.
Aren't you the reason he was imprisoned?
He will be free again in time. Paying off the Merchants Guild of Kingsport is no small task. And aren't you supposed to be on my side here? Well, we've had a good time, right? Shame about our imminent deaths.
You sound almost as though you've accepted the inevitability of death.
You don't choose this life and expect to live to an old age. Still, it's the women I feel sorry for.
Which women?
All of them. There will be heaving bosoms and torn clothes all across the land when word spreads that I've fallen in battle.
You must miss your brother. Or his wife.
No point in it. I'll never see them again.
You can't be sure of that.
My brother's wife thinks I was involved with his imprisonment, and he believes her.
Unfortunate.
As low as I am, I would never frame him. Not even to win her back. But they won't hear a word of it. For all the gold I send to them, I receive nothing in response.
I remember standing before the Prophet, my life hung by a thread. But he healed me and my sisters.
He was a mage?
No, not precisely. I do not know what his true nature was. Only that he possessed great power. He said we had done well to slay the demons. He was very kind. When we had recovered, he offered to train us further.
You agreed?
Yes. I owe him my life. Slaying the lords of hell would please him. It is the least I can do. We were gravely mistaken, my friend. I could not see through an illusion of such power, such treachery.
It was skillfully concealed. Leah's magic always did seem strange, but I assumed it was because she had not been trained.
When I think of what she suffered through, we must find a way to stop Diablo. The Prophet would never forgive me if he knew my part in unleashing this terror upon the world. I could not see the truth. You must think me very foolish.
If you are a fool, then so am I.
That is kind of you. I have devoted my life to studying the arcane, and yet I was not skilled enough to act when it truly mattered.
Were you born into the Templar Order?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
And you do not take offense to that?
You speak out of kindness, but you do not understand. When they took me, they saved my life and my immortal soul.
I would hear of your sins if we are to continue fighting together.
I cannot tell you.
There can be no secrets in this alliance, Cormac.
You misunderstand me. We are literally unable to recall our pasts. The Inquisitors stripped my sins and the memory of them from me, leaving me pure.
Why would your order alter your memory?
Our initiation blinds us to our sinful pasts, so that we might clearly see the future and prepare for the final battle.
How?
I was chained to a wall and beaten. By the third day, I was mad from pain and hunger. And that is when the whipping began. I was told I relived all of my transgressions, everything that brought me tainted joy. The whip took away that joy, then the sin, leaving me pure.
That was torture, not ascendance. Meditation and study would have sufficed.
Don't you understand? The Templar Order is trying to protect humanity from extinction. What is my pain against that goal?
You have placed too much trust in your order, Cormac.
I do not understand.
Without memory, you cannot know if their treatment was just. I suspect it was not. Everything they said may be no more than lies.
I've had similar thoughts, but does that mean everything I've done is for naught? Everything? I have considered what we discussed, and you are correct. I know little about my past, beyond what my order has told me. But what does it matter? Look what they have done for me. They've turned me into a living weapon, a light against darkness.
You cannot serve well in ignorance. Learn the truth, Cormac.
I wouldn't know how to begin. How do I seek memories that have been taken from me?
Search for clues. Anything you can find that relates to the Templar.
You may be right. I will find a way to take back my memories and exonerate my order. I have thought of a way to retrieve my lost memories, but it is dangerous. I must ask you to promise me something. Should I lapse into my old sins, whatever they may be, you must kill me, as I killed Jondar.
If you insist.
I found a journal on Jondar's corpse, written in an ancient Templar cipher. I can translate it, but it will take some time. Perhaps studying his treachery will give me a clue into my past.
A reasonable plan, but you are still worried.
Jondar was once a man of faith, devoted to the Templar Order. What if he discovered something that made him betray himself? That matters not, for I must do this anyway. I have translated a strange passage from Jondar's journal. Long before he began serving Magda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
You risk more by delaying.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise. I am prepared to read these key words. I will turn the page. How odd. They are simple words. Words that I have never seen together before. Oh, I can see everything. Water on a leaf. A burning hut. Light in my mother's eyes. Oh, make it stop! It's slowing now. I can... Oh, no! No! I was a young man. A promising soldier of Westmarch. The Order recruited me. They lied to me. Piled false sins upon me.
Why?
I do not know. But I am sure this is why Jondar turned from the Order. He was a fool. The Grand Maester cannot possibly know what his Inquisitors have done. When I return with the tomes, he will punish them for their sins. Please, I must think on this. While examining Jondar's journal further, I found a torn page hidden within the binding. I believe that it is from one of the tomes I seek. He has written notes in the border as well. Perhaps by studying them, I will learn where the tome is.
A fine plan. What else?
It seems strange that Jondar would keep a page hidden. It is though it is the proof of a crime. I've already found holes in my Order's honor. What if there are more?
Have you found the tomes yet?
No. I have learned something much more troubling. Judging by the borders, this is indeed a page from the tomes, but it does not contain prophecies. It seems to be a set of instructions for the creation of magical weapons. But that is not the strangest part. I have seen the rune here before, on the braces of Tyrael's armor.
Curious. You should ask him about it.
Of all people, I should have seen this coming. I allowed myself to believe this fiction that Adria was other than I suspected her to be. And now, the world is lost, and it is my fault.
We are all at fault. There is no disguising that fact.
Ever since Adria betrayed us, I've been thinking about how Magda used to share the leadership of the Coven with another.
Right.
20 years ago, just before the darkening of Tristram, they had some sort of falling out, and the other leader disappeared. I think that other leader might have been Adria.
That would explain a great deal.
All those deaths, and it didn't even matter. We may as well have run.
Right. At least then we would have been home with our families when the end came.
Death will take you when it is your time. Running makes no difference.
I was supposed to die when my husband did. Why am I still alive?
I can assure you that he suffers no longer.
What good is that to me? Why couldn't it have been me instead?
I should be dead. And yet here I am. And nearly all my lads are gone. And for what? To hold off Asmoden long enough for Diablo to return?
There are still people here who depend on you.
So did all my brave lads. Look where it got them.
Do you still think we'll live through the day?
You will.
But you're not sure if you will survive.
There is no need for worry.
Mom, where did Leah go? Is she dead?
I hope so, love.
There's no point in running, is there? Nowhere in the world is safe. This is the end.
Light and darkness have struggled since the beginning of time. One side may seem near triumph, then the pendulum swings back again.
Guts, my people have been lost, scattered to the winds, but I will survive as long as you buy something.
What is on your mind, Shen?
Oh, yes. Well, memories are useless, aren't they? You can't eat them or sell them for food. I'm glad that I'm starting to lose them. Oh, I was just remembering a time when I tracked the jewel to Skovos. A long story. But let's just say that between the sea monsters and poisoned arrows, it managed to slip away again.
A tragic story, then.
Oh, it was. But when the theater's ceiling collapsed, I fell right into the lap of my soon-to-be seventh wife. Oh, she managed to console me.
7 wives? Isn't that excessive?
Oh, no. I've been married many more times than that. But never to more than 2 women at a time. Never let it be said that I'm greedy.
Tell me of your past adventures.
I spent a particularly frozen winter in Skarsglen many years ago, and I had always wondered if druids kept their clothes on after they shifted back to human form. It would have been impolite to ask. So, in the interest of broadening my cultural horizons, I followed a lovely druid to her bathing pool. Moved by the moonlight and the spirit of cultural exploration, I began serenading her from the bushes. Ah, little druid, you're so lovely, druid. She chased me for 3 miles, snapping at my heels with her ferocious teeth. It was marvelous. Oh dear. That's a very resolute expression you're wearing. You may as well say what you're thinking.
I know you are not what you appear to be, but we are in the midst of battle and you are idle, so you cannot be a warrior.
And why not? People can be anything they want, I say. The only limitation is time. And I've been alive for many years.
Is that it? You do not age as the rest of us do.
You become so serious about such things. You will grow old long before your time. Wouldn't you be happier to live like me?
If you won't talk about yourself, then maybe you'll discuss the jewel with me.
Oh, all you wish to hear is my most guarded secret. Well, certainly. If you cannot be trusted, then the world is in trouble, I think. The jewel contains a powerful creature named Dirgist. He was trapped within it for terrible crimes against his people.
He sounds like a demon.
Oh no. He was like us, only terribly corrupt. I had to trap him. Now a flaw has developed in the jewel. Through it, Dirges can consume the holder's life. I intend to seal his prison, trapping him in it forever. When you have lived as long as I, you learn that life is filled with betrayal. But the cruelest always comes at the hands of those we love. I know it must be hard to think of other things, but now we must. All creation rests upon your shoulders.
So you are capable of being serious?
Well, These are dark times. Even I must set apart thoughts of Dirge's jewel and dwell upon the fate of the world. But that doesn't mean you have to frown so. Hope. Do not look down, my friend. Even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. Hope for a better day. Hope for a new dawn. Or just hope for a good breakfast. You start small, then see what you can get. I never quite expected my life to end this way.
How did you envision your death?
I was smothered by a harem. Or more likely, killed by the jewel I seek. Now, who would have thought that the entire world would die together? I can't complain. It's not as though I can say my life was not long enough.
You will not perish in this battle. I would know.
I'm glad my boundless confidence is rubbing off on you. Could you give some of it back?
The fat merchant never ran, not even when he had a chance. I wonder why.
Chelsea, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads, always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
My duty is my future.
So serious. Just because you're fated to save the world doesn't mean you shouldn't have a good time.
You always knew.
Of course, Chelsea.
But you did nothing to stop it.
That's the point of the future, love. It keeps coming. You don't win a duel by blocking the first blow and going home.
So you watched Leah suffer?
I had to. Diablo was always going to come back. But now, you are here to stop him. And in your grief and rage, you will, my Chelsea.
What happened during your time with the Vetchin?
When we first joined the wagon train, we were just two lost souls. The Vetchin thought it was unbearably romantic. A pair of lovers on the run from their pasts. I suppose it might have even been true. A mystic with the Vetchin recognized Mira's talent immediately. We stayed with them while Mira learned from her. Along the way, we fell in love and married. I've never known anything as surely as my love for her.
She cast quite a spell on you.
Never mind.
Why did you settle in Tristram?
You know, I've asked myself that. It was Mira's idea. I wonder if she saw something and knew that I needed to be there to help you. Did she know what was going to happen all along?
A worthy question, but it changes nothing. Her journey has ended, and yours continues.
You may be right. I've work to do. I thought I could make my wife's death mean something. It doesn't matter now, does it?
All death has meaning.
Right. Sure that's a comfort for Leah, now that she's gone too. Oh, I've been a fool. You don't get to make things right. This world isn't made for redemption.
Imperius, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael.
And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought! The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
You could not have foreseen it.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
Demons manipulate angels and humans alike. I can assure you of that.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced. We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. The Prime Evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her. I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
We were all deceived.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
Whatever her fate is, it cannot be changed by grief.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Iskatu, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm.
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
I would see the angels saved and the heavens restored.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Auriel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Rakanoth, the Lord of Despair.
I will free her. This creature will die. I'm afraid not.
You think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim? But all will kneel before Lord Diablo. Into the Silver Spire.
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephilim been as powerful as you. His name was Odyssean.
Some call him a myth.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with Auriel to spare mankind from annihilation.
Tyrael blamed us for Diablo's return, yet we are all that stands between the angels and certain death. How can you look into the future?
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
But you cannot choose the paths.
I am not called to be a champion as you are. My role is simply to observe.
What is the foretold end of this battle?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
It cannot be.
As I have said, Nephilim, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the scroll of fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
How strange.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
Diablo sought to crush heaven with despair, but I have defeated his champion and restored hope. I believe Tyrael's faith would be restored as well, but he remains lost. Regardless, I will now shatter Diablo's infernal portals.
that a champion from the mortal world would light our darkest hour. Your courage and nobility shine out across this realm, blinding our enemies.
I do not deserve such praise. Had I acted faster, this darkness never would have come to pass.
I know you will do all you can, for this is your hour. Go forth with my blessing and show all creation why the Nephilim are the future.
Tyrael is no longer himself.
There is a shadow upon his heart, but it will pass. Remember, he chose to be a mortal, and he must overcome this despair as a mortal.
That is what worries me.
Have faith in him. Of all the archangels, his light has always shone the brightest. In this our darkest hour, he will ensure that justice prevails.
What will you do now?
Though the angelic host is scattered, we are not defeated. I will try to rally them as best I can.
How do you believe Diablo can be defeated?
Only in the light that lies within you, Nephilim. I will take heart from it and hope for your victory. The future is ever writing itself. Unknowable, just beyond sight and touch.
I need to go back.
I'm sorry for what I said before. I was upset. I don't know what it is, but I feel better. Like things can be made right.
You are hopeful.
Yes, that's it exactly. My wife would not have wanted me to wallow in my misery. She would have wanted me to do everything I could to help you win this battle. And you can win. I know that now.
So, now you know. The Nephilim are not in the Scroll of Fate. Heard it from Fate himself. You can write your own destiny.
Then how can you see it?
Perhaps I have my own Nephilim powers, eh? That, and you are quite predictable.
Do you think that Leah is lost forever?
Her soul remains, but it is powerless.
Can I think Leah's soul is stronger than that? But then sometimes I forget that you have not seen everything that I have seen.
Then enlighten me, old man, if that is what you truly are.
What am I? I am covered as Shen, of course. No more, no less. To some that has meant one thing, to others another.
When will you tell me what it means to you?
When the sun sets in the east and the shore swallows the tide. When the moon smiles upon the day and the blind man sees once again.
I looked through the portal. You did not. Did so. It's scary in there.
I was a fool to doubt you. You truly are a wonder.
I heard Jason's mom say that you were sent by Akarak to save us. Is it true?
Not Akarat. I serve one called Rathma.
Bloody hell! You're still alive! What in blazes do they make people out of where you come from?
Wielding death magic has its advantages. But you are much better suited to holding these people together.
Absolutely, my lady. If you can charge the gates of heaven on your own, I can keep spirits up around here. You there, Demetrius! Stop moping about! If this was your funeral, I'm bloody well certain you'd have been told.
Sorry, sir.
You amaze me. So much loss, and you keep fighting. Thank you.
Blood of Rakis! What does it take to stop that one?
Even if we live long enough to have grandchildren, they'll never believe us.
She's back. Can you believe it? She's back from heaven.
Not just that, she's winning!
I thought about what you said.
What?
About me, judging you for your profession.
I said that?
Yes, and I decided that you were wrong.
Good to know.
Is it not? We were gravely mistaken, my friend. I could not see through an illusion.
It was skillfully concealed.
When I think of what she suffered through, the Prophet would never forgive me. I found a strange document on one of the angels' bodies in the high heavens. It is very old, maybe centuries even older than I.
What does it say?
I am not certain. Script is very old and foreign to me. When I saw the angel, he was dying. But even though he was in great pain, he reached out to me with the document in his hand, like he wanted me to take it. By the time I approached him, he was still. His spirit had already gone.
I'm afraid not.
Decay and rot!
Where is Tyrael? Fallen, broken. He knows the truth now. I will be victorious.
This rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now only one rift remains.
That is not the only Hell Rift. The flow of my legions will not stop. I draw closer to victory, Nephilim.
I have long waited for this knowledge.
So, you approach the Oculus with the aim to destroy it. You will not succeed.
The Hell Rifts are closed. You have far exceeded my expectations, Nephilim. But there is not a moment to waste. Quickly, you must make your way to the Silver Spire.
I need to go back.
I heard Jason's mum say that
We make an odd pair, Templar, but I respect you, and I hope you respect me.
I cannot condone thievery and deception.
But it is perfectly fine to loot the corpse of an opponent you've just slain?
Those riches are mine by right of conquest, and I conquer because I stand with the light.
Do not fear the end. This will be a challenge. This world can abide you no longer. Embraces you. world can abide you no longer!
How dare you reach the sanctity of heaven!
Tyrael.
Yes, my friend. I am ready to again fight by your side. I was wrong to give in to despair. You have shown me there is still a chance for victory.
But we must hurry. Even now, Diablo makes his way to the Silver Spire.
I finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day, yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
I am returning to town.
I was a fool to doubt you.
I heard Jason's mom say...
We stand on the edge of a darkness beyond measure.
How can you be certain?
I witnessed the beginning. I saw some of the first demons who were summoned into our world.
Well, we shall see to it that these are the last.
I hope so.
Your kind does not belong here. If I see you again, you will die.
Pay him no mind. This is your fight, Nephilim. Your power is even greater than Tyrael foresaw.
One can only hope. But now, we must stop Diablo before he reaches the crystal arch above us.
Diablo seeks to corrupt the crystal arch atop the Silver Spire. If he succeeds, heaven will fall. Everything has led to this moment. Tyrael and I will fight our way to the top, where I will finally confront Diablo.
How does it feel, knowing you helped me become the prime evil? For all your
I remember angels striding through these halls in all their majesty. We thought ourselves the masters of all creation. Our arrogance was our downfall. climbing the...
How could you convince my own husband to kill me? I could have been saved, but you made him cut me down.
I'm afraid not. Bring that down. That is not possible. The grave beckons.
It is not far now. I only hope we are not too late. I can feel Diablo's corruption closing around the light of heaven.
I am returning to town.
Your task will soon be done. The angels will then have no choice but to value mortals, thanks to you.
Is that right?
Of course I'm right. Look who you're talking to. Have I ever steered you wrong?
You haven't told me everything.
All for your own good, Chelsea. All for your own good.
You were honest with me earlier. More of that, and we could reach a true understanding.
I think we understand each other perfectly. Why bring the truth into it?
Because we face a great enemy, and there will be more of them on the horizon. I need your help.
What a nice thing to say. And to return the favor, I do believe that the world could not do better than to have you as a savior. At any rate, when you defeat Diablo, don't laze about. We have other lands to explore, you and I. Dirge's jewel is still out there somewhere. I know what I fear. For long years, I feared the jewel of Dirge's would fall into the wrong hands. That its evil would be unleashed upon our world. But in the sight of all this destruction, I can hardly look or even think upon a jewel, even one as terrible as Dirge's. You must save us.
Got some new items for the woman who saved the keep. Take a look.
Thank you for everything. Thank you so much.
Is it time to go home yet, Mum?
Soon, love. Soon.
Is this the last battle?
No, but you will be safe after its end.
I don't want to be safe. I want revenge.
Death and life are forces of our world. They rise and ebb like the tide. Think on this, and you will no longer desire revenge. Only peace.
You have one last scrap ahead of you, I hear. Might I ask you a favor?
Yes?
When you're killing Diablo, and I have no doubt you will, think of my lads. Will you? Make him pay for all of this.
He will fall. Not for vengeance, but for the balance.
My husband's blood bought us victory against Asmodan's armies. Don't let it be for nothing.
It wasn't.
This is the end, isn't it?
One way or the other. Good luck, hero.
One last fight for our hero, and we can go home.
Don't you wish you could help?
Ha! I don't think she needs it.
I don't care if you have to burn the heavens down to their foundations. Kill Diablo for what he's done today.
I have a gift for you, Lyndon.
Is that so?
It's gold, enough to repay the Merchants Guild and free your brother.
You're joking, right? You look like you're joking.
Do I ever joke?
I'm speechless.
I suppose there is a first time for everything.
I spoke with Ethereal, and he helped me translate the document. It was written by an angel who saw promise in humanity. He began to teach a group of young women who had killed the demons their masters summoned.
You and your sisters?
None other. The prophet I have followed for so many years. He was an angel.
And Tyrael reminded you of him?
Yes, but I do not know whether the prophet was the dying angel I met or not. The writings say that he worked in absolute secrecy. Ethereal knew nothing of them.
You will learn more about the prophet's path as you make your own.
You are right. And I hope that path will still be with you, my friend.
Not possible.
Though I forsook my home, to see it again like this, any joy I might have had is replaced with sorrow. Upwards, we must make it to the summit.
This will be a challenge.
That is not possible.
Decay and rot.
Nephilim, I see you did not heed my warning. Or perhaps you think yourself strong enough to face me.
I come to kill another. Do not waste my time.
Imperius, stop this madness. Diablo is the enemy here, not the Nephilim.
Tyrael, I will deal with you soon enough. I will... What is this? No! Diablo has reached the Arch!
No. Diablo has begun extinguishing the Crystal Arch. That's why the angels have fallen. If its light should go out forever, we must defeat Diablo before that happens.
We stand together as mortals.
Diablo's vile corruption bars our path. Stand back. Eldruin's light shall clear the way. The gate has been opened, Nephilim. This last trial is yours alone.
Thank you for leading me this far.
It was an honor, but this is the moment you were made for. This is the hour of mankind's victory.
I am returning to town.
I know what I fear. For long years, I feared the Jewel of Dirges would fall into the wrong hands. That its evil would be unleashed upon our world. But in the sight of all this destruction, I can hardly look or even think upon a jewel, even one as terrible as Dirges. You must save us.
Thank you for everything.
Is this the last battle?
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid one last time.
The seven evils are one within me. I am Legion. Enough! Let us see how you fare in my realm of terror. Only by defeating us can you return to your own realm. But none have ever crawled from the depths of their own terror. You shall never wake from this nightmare. No! This wretched light must be eradicated! All that you have known, all that you have ever loved,
give it more time.
I need to go back.
Oh, victory at long last. I never dreamed our humble quest might lead to this. It's a story I will tell for many, many years. And of course, I won't leave out the part played by one simple jeweler.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
Evil retreats, but it does not die.
Time will tell.
I am returning to town.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
Evil retreats, but it does not die.
Time will tell.
In the end, it was a mortal heart that saved 2 worlds from ruin and cast down the prime evil forever. A new day breaks for both angels and men. For mankind's greatest champion, the Nephilim, rose to confront the darkness that we, in our pride, would not face. My brethren, I will take my place among you once again. But this time, as a mortal. Since justice has been met this day, I will now stand as wisdom. On behalf of those who risked all to save us. Forevermore, we shall stand together, angels and men, in the light of this glorious new dawn. Diablo was defeated. For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone.